welcome back to War Thunder Weekly News. This week, Gaijin surprised us all with a dev blog of the Challenger 1, a very modern British tank that uses the mysterious Chobham armor present on modern day tanks. Now, according to someone on the Reddit, this armor isn't as mysterious as we all want to make it out to be. This guy posted quite a good amount of information about this armor, how it works, what it looks like. He compared it to the armor on the Chieftain Mark 10. And furthermore, even with its magical armor, just looking at it visually, you can see multiple obvious weak points, like the lower front plate. Generally, this tank looks awesome, but I'm not so sure how it's going to perform. In the dev blog, though, they mentioned a slew of other tanks, including the American M1 Abrams, which I really hope they add to the game. Now, if you remember the leak that I mentioned last week, this tank would have been expected. Well, that leak has actually increased to a few more tanks. It now includes the M1 and two different versions of the T-64B, one from 1984 and one from 1987, and an Israeli M48 with an L7 cannon, which we also got a dev blog for, but we'll get to that in a second. First, I want to bring up that an image of the Challenger Mark 1 showed up in-game in the garage, and it looked like a rather rough render. For some reason, the tracks were chrome. Along with it also surfaced an image of the T-64BV. This made it seem as if the leak was even more legitimate, but Gaijin came out claiming that these two images, they were fake. But I can guarantee you they weren't fake, because the image of the Chieftain, there is a basket on the front of the turret with a tarp over it, and that tarp has the same wrinkles as the pictures in the dev blog. So I don't care what Gaijin says, these pictures are definitely real, although they are probably early renders. Obviously some work has to be done. I'm pretty sure the tracks aren't supposed to be chrome. The other tanks that were announced were the Israeli M48 with an L7 cannon. The tumor cupola was removed. It is a premium for the US tree. No word on what BR it is, but I would assume it's going to be marginally higher than the regular M48. And there was a prototype of the AMX-30, but it didn't get a dev blog. It just appeared in the store for $50. This vehicle, it's essentially the same as the regular one, except for it doesn't have a coaxial 20mm, only has a 50 cal. Besides that, I'm pretty sure it's essentially the same. I'm thinking that Gaijin didn't announce it because they knew it would suck. If you don't know, the AMX-30, its heat shell isn't exactly modeled correctly, and Gaijin has yet to bother to try to fix it. Maybe they can't. The end result is this tank doesn't have any good ammo. Also, on the subject of AMX-30s, the current in-game AMX-30 is being down-tiered. I'm not exactly sure how much, the dude didn't say. It's just that it's being down-tiered. So if you, for some reason, enjoy the tank, I guess you're in luck. You don't have to fight high-tier tanks anymore. I think it'd be better if the Gaijin just made heat not suck, and made the French heat cell not suck, but whatever. There were two planes that got dev blogs. The first one was the Martin Breaker MB5. This is a British super prop, it seems to be. It has a rather slim armament for 20mm cannons. It looks like it's going to contend around 6.7. You can pre-order it for $30. And as cool as it is, I feel it doesn't have much of a purpose, because 6.7 is already filled with Mark 24 Spitfires and P-51Hs. So really it's just going to be another vehicle to be clubbed by early access jets or clubbed late access props. The other plane was a jet, the LA-200. It looks like a fat MiG, like a really fat MiG. It has two engines and three 37mm cannons. So this would be really good at handling with bombers. I'm still pretty far behind on the Russian tree, so I probably won't be able to fly it for a while, but it looks like a lot of fun to play. Also, on the subject of the leak, there was a data mine that dug up a bunch of moments when the NVIDIA highlight reel thing will occur. And generally it seemed kind of obvious and they were just implementing the feature, but there is one moment labeled missile evasion. Now, this leads into the super high tier jets that have been rumored to be announced. But you gotta think in also in mind, I believe in Russian, missile can also translate to just regular rocket. So this could be a bit of mistranslation, though I don't know why they would make a highlight reel for when someone misses you with a rocket. skyrocket. In the end of all, we're just gonna have to wait and find out. As a last bit of news, a forum user by the name of .xl asked some questions of the guy who was apparently working on the user-made AT-177, and apparently the AT-177 model is done and is likely to be in this patch. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos, subscribe. I make news videos every weekend and random videos throughout the week, so hit that bell icon if you want to be notified anytime I upload anything. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.